Hi guys, welcome back to Let's Heal. Igama lam ndinguthuleka. Today I am wrapping up my story and I'm going to talk about where I am now. But before that, I just want to go back a little bit and summarize everything. So with everything that was going on in my life, I didn't feel like my life was messy or I was lacking anything. I think that with acceptance, things seemed normal. I felt like I was like any other child, except for that all the things that they were that I couldn't be brought me shame. I was ashamed when I could not express myself like they did, or about the experiences that they were able to experience that I could not. So I wished to be like them and I could not. And so I used to pretend that my life is just okay and we are all the same. Just like I mentioned on the first video that I would not cry when I was being beaten up because I didn't want the neighbors' kids to hear me screaming and talk about it the following day. So I was ashamed of that. And so that was my life. I felt like I was living a very normal life and everything was okay. As I grew older, I used to shrink myself in spaces because I was now introduced to spaces that I was not familiar with, and I needed an extra level of confidence to feel like I could fit in. And I used to pretend a lot, and I also never mentioned any of my experiences because I just wanted to feel normal, like to feel like I was just like everyone else. And so that was my life um, throughout my childhood until I was in my mid-20s. After becoming a mother, I started being more alert. I started seeing things for what they were, and I started seeing people as humans and not their job positions or what their lives looked like. I started realizing that we all have challenges. We all go through the same things, more or less. We just never talk about these things. And I started questioning things a lot, but I didn't know where this was going. But I just opened myself to learn. But what brought me here is when my life seemed like a mess. I hated my life. I used to feel sad every day. I used to wish for things that I couldn't have. Like I would see someone with their mother looking happy and I would wish that I could have that. I felt like I didn't have anyone. I felt so lonely. And so I decided to go to therapy. And at the time, because I was already married, so I am married and I am sad, and I thought then it must be marriage problems, because how can you be married and be unhappy? So my healing journey began and my life changed for the better ever since. Right now I am at peace, and that does not mean that I don't have challenges. I do, but I deal with them now in a healthy way. I have learned to express myself. I have learned to allow myself to feel. I am still learning. And me telling my story was never about who did what to me, but it's about how the things that happened to me affected me as a person. And there was no way of going about it without telling the actual events. The knowing or understanding that no one was born evil, or no one was born a bad person. Our experiences shape the people that we become, has helped me forgive. This is not to say that it's okay for people to hurt others because they have been hurt before. But for me, in order to heal, in order to move on, I needed to understand just that without a sorry from anyone. And this has also allowed me to see people beyond their actions, to see them as they are, to see their pain, their hurt. And also I understand that as humans we are not just good or bad or in between, and we are everything that makes us who we are. And I choose to see people wholly as they are, not to see them as just bad or just good, but just as people.